Colorado,
Rhode Island, Hawaii,
California,
Tennessee,
California,
Florida,
Virginia,
North Carolina,
Hawaii,
Virginia,
Portsmouth,
Colorado,
Colorado,
Florida, Rhode Island,
Cuba,
Florida, Rhode Island,
Tennessee,
California, Cuba,
California,
Florida,
Rhode Island.
Four, 7,
7,
2,
7. In order to make the transitioning easier, the executive branch created a policy called the Interstate Compact on Educational Opportunity for Military Children.
It's the essential promise of America that where you start should not and will not determine how far you can go. And we're here today because it's never too early in a child's life to begin delivering on that promise.
The compact requires all sending school districts within member states to send official transcripts within 10 days of request from the receiving state school district. This is important when a military student may move an average of 6 to 9 times in their school career.
A receiving school district in a member state agrees to initially honor the placement of a student based on the student's enrollment in sending states, as long as that school has a similar or equivalent program.
It has definitely helped my family, helped them to get credit for the classes they've already taken, and help all us make sure they get into the classes they need to be into now, not repeat things that they've done. We transfer to a new school, that school doesn't have the power to pick and choose what they're going to accept that came from another school district. Everything's given equal credit, and if the school doesn't think you're entitled to a certain class, they can certainly test you and not let you take it, but they can't just give you an arbitrary no and have that be the end of the discussion.
We spent some time with Janet McCarthy, the Naval School Liaison Officer of Naval Station Newport.
The school liaison officer specializes in serving military families and offers a wide spectrum of services, enabling families to become more involved in their child's educational experience.
It wasn't until 2010 that many of the states joined the compact.
Rhode Island, being one of the states to follow the compact, has a total of 5,039 military children. The Newport County region alone has a total of 2,185.
And that could be a challenge. Parents come in and they have concerns, and usually we'll meet with a math coordinator, as usually math is one of the harder to differentiate. ELA, social studies, it's a little easier to differentiate based on levels with the tools you're using. You know, mathematics being sequential, we usually have to get a little more granular to address their concerns. So we'll have those meetings, we'll make sure that our academic program suits their needs. And when we've had grades students work out of their grade level higher if need be, and we just really tried to tailor that per student. Socially, we try to have new student luncheons at the beginning of the year. That's a primary focus, to bring them in, get them not only together with their peers that are here, but get them together with their peers that are the new transfers, so they can make some of those social connections in other ways. We have our advisory program, or open circle in the lower grades, to really give kids a chance to make connections not only with their peers but with adults, so that coming in there's a little less anxiety. Typically we'll provide someone to shadow, so they have a student that they'll follow their program, whether it's their program for the long term or their program just for a few days until we sort out some of those things I mentioned earlier. So they have a comfort level with not only the physical setup of the building, but just with the adults and what their day is going to look like, from a very basic level to lunch, to math, science, and try to pick up as close as we can.
Member school districts are encouraged to take extra steps to determine if they can waive program or course prerequisite, where similar coursework has been completed in the sending school district. This will allow students to take more advanced courses rather than repeating basic courses.
Therefore, it is important to minimize the impact on the mobile military life for military children and their families.
If we can make the transition as smooth as possible, military students won't have to worry about their education on top of adapting to their new environment and making new friends.
As a country, we need to make sure all children have equal opportunity in schools.
Citizens in this country, our children, can have a better life than we did.
Military students have enough to worry about when transferring schools that is beyond their control.
The strength of our armed forces depends on the happiness in their home.
If their children and spouses are stressed when moving,
Most likely, their stress will be replicated in their job.
It is important that the compact is referred to when transferring students throughout school programs. Military children don't deserve the unneeded stress on top of the many other things they go through when moving to a new town and a new school.